Morning, everyone, and happy Veterans Day. But instead of making a post, because I just made a Marine Corps birthday post yesterday, we're going to do your Training Tuesday post. And today's subject is fearfulness. We have a couple dogs in the kennel that have some extreme fear and anxiety. And I've also had a couple evals with some dogs that are extremely fearful as well. It always seems like these we have themes for a couple of months, and so obviously the theme for this month and probably next month will be fear. So let's kind of break down fear and some things you can do if your dog is struggling. And so a lot of times fear can be genetics. It could be like it could go back to when the puppy was in the mother's womb. If the mother was super stressed or had a stressful pregnancy, that actually affects your dog's nervous system. And then now you have, once the puppy's born, if it's in a chaotic environment, again, affects your dog's nervous system. And then again, genetics, some dogs are more prone to fearfulness, like my wolf dogs are more prone to being fearful. And it's just kind of that fight flight body function, brain function. I'm trying to put that like in layman terms. So, and then you have learned experience, right? Like they had a negative experience and they're fearful, or maybe they weren't exposed to such and they're fearful. It could be a million things. So some generic, obviously, you probably, if you're dealing with extreme fearfulness, you probably need to see someone that is well-versed in that area of dog training. Just because you cannot treat your way or correct your way out of fearfulness. It is a emotional response and is generally has been conditioned in meaning. So like, let's use my wolf dogs, for example. They see a stranger, they're going to back up and maybe chuff or hackle, but they're not going to approach. I cannot correct that, and I cannot reward that. Their brain essentially will not allow them to handle that information, and you're really not getting anywhere with such. So back to some generic advice is, I know you probably are tired of hearing it, is exercise. Exercise is so underrated with it. And I always try, when I have evals or lessons, I always try to kind of go back on, like give the example of human depression or anxiety. What do most doctors say you should start doing? Exercising, moving around, like loosening up the body. It actually helps your brain process. It helps your, it rewires your brain, because you're actually conditioning your body to learn how to handle stress. It resets your nervous system. Like, there's so many benefits to exercise, and like moderate exercise. It doesn't need to be high intensity. Like, don't be like, I'm running 5 miles with my dog, like this should help their fearfulness. That's going to be false. But like moderate daily, like not once in a blue moon, daily conditioning is going to be huge. And the exercise type is going to depend on the breed of dog you have. All right. The other thing is actually creating an environment where the nervous system can reset. So if your dog is high and right, like they went through a traumatic experience, you really need the nervous system to reset. So just hanging out, creating safety, building that relationship with them. The dog has to feel secure. All right, so you can also do that with creating a schedule, like a schedule you stick with. It really something your dog can predict, and they are starting to feel calmer. All right, so that is some generic information for you to start applying with your dog. Now, again, don't overexercise, because if you overexercise, you actually can do the opposite and make the nervous system worse. So you have to find the right type of exercise for your dog. And then you also have to create that safe space for your dog, whether, again, it's in the home, like within a schedule, or whether it's within a relationship, something of that sort. You have to allow your dog's nervous system to reset. So that's your Training Tip Tuesday. Happy Veterans Day.